JJ the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So, some pretty breaking news from the standpoint of affecting all S Corps and partnerships, and that is this related to this new Schedule K2 and K3. The IRS has come out with a new domestic filing exception, and this is applying to the 2022 tax returns, all S corporations and all partnerships. This is related to reporting any foreign activities, whether that's business or investments or cash. Anything foreign is to be reported on the Schedule 2, Schedule K3. Now, many scratch our heads where we have businesses that they don't have anything foreign. They wouldn't. They're the type of business, you're a type of business that would never have any foreign activities of any kind. But nonetheless, you are required to file a Schedule K2 and Schedule K3. Why? Because this information is actually meant for the shareholder and partner in the event they have foreign activities, foreign investments, foreign income, and they would then need this information to properly report that down at the individual level, most notably the foreign tax credit. But this foreign reporting is very, very cumbersome. So if you want to do an exception, then the IRS says there's 4 requirements, and of one of them, this is the major aspect of it. So the domestic filing exception can only be filed or taken if you provide notice to all shareholders and all partners by January 15th of 2023. You heard this right. You have to inform all partners, all shareholders within 2 months of the original due date of the tax return, not taking into account any type of extension. So if you don't inform all partners and all shareholders by January 15th, you do not get to take advantage of the domestic filing exception. Now, the other 3 criteria to that is that it needs to be that there is, in fact, no foreign activity. Number 2, it needs to be that all owners are U.S. citizens or resident aliens. And hear this, when you send out the notice by January 15th of 2023 for tax year 2022, this would be that you didn't receive a request from any partner or any shareholder by February 15th of 2023. So with that being said, you got no foreign activity, you have all U.S. citizens and resident aliens, you send out the notice by January 15th to all shareholders, all partners, and you don't hear back from anybody by February 15th, then you meet the criteria of the domestic filing exception, and then a Schedule K2 and Schedule K3 then does not need to be included with the tax return for 2022 with the SCorp and the partnership. So it is cumbersome, as I indicated. So I am going to give you a link in the body of this for the instructions for both the SCorp and the partnership. And you will just look for the section that says domestic filing exception. But on the SCorp filing instructions for Schedule 2K3, look on page 3. And then for the partnerships, look on the instructions on page 2. And be mindful that there's not a way around this. So if you don't get that out or your client doesn't get that out, meaning the notice to all shareholders and partners by January 15th, you don't meet the exception, and therefore you will need to file the Schedule 2, Schedule K3. So with that being said, this is something that I'm covering in my seminars. I've got a few slides related to this that I'm throwing up for you right now. So check out my seminars and CPE. And with that, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. Have a great one.